This is the lead word. With me, as always, Trey Daubert. I'm Chad Bauman. What's going on, Trey?
It's going. We're up to number 2 for people that have gotten fired this year in the mainstream sports media industry, so I guess that's good or bad or however you wanna look at it.
Oh,
But,
well, who got fired?
your hometown New Jersey Devils, they fired a broadcaster because of Trey, so
Did they really? That's
yeah.
good. I don't want to say it's good, but I don't know. I don't do it. I don't. I barely remember to set my hockey lineup. It'll be like Wednesday, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I got to do that." I think
Anyway,
I would be undefeated if I would set it on Sunday like I'm supposed to.
you're supposed to set on Monday.
I do it like every Thursday. Then I'm not doing it when I'm supposed to. That's the point.
Yeah. Alright, either way, lead words back. We each got 2 topics from this past week. We're recording this on Wednesday. I wanted to start with the most recent game, the Monday night game where the Chiefs kicked the shit out of the Washington Commanders. And I wanted to start with the Commanders because, Chad, I don't know where you stand on Washington or how you feel about their team, but I kind of said a lot of this during the fantasy videos that I made. And that was, it just seemed like everything went right for the Commanders last year, all the way down to the fucking Hail Mary karma gods by the Bear fans. And this year, I think they're done. I don't know if that's premature to say. Like I think people like legitimately think this team can like still win the Super Bowl or still be like a team that goes on a deep playoff run. I don't I don't see it, and I don't know where you feel about this, but I feel like they might be in more trouble than anyone wants to admit. And I'm saying this long term too.
Um, I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I definitely think they overachieved last year. Like, I don't think they had. I
I do
mean,
too.
well, it was 55 to whatever it was. They didn't really have any business being in the NFC Championship game. I think
Yeah.
they played a Detroit team that had a bunch of injuries. And then obviously Jared Goff couldn't help but turn the ball over. What was it, 4 times? I want to say in that game.
Felt like 800.
Um, But I mean, they definitely overachieved in the playoffs last year. I think they're a playoff team this year. I think what
I
are they
don't know if
4 and
that's
4 right
true.
now? I think it's true. I think I mean obviously I mean it depends the Jaden Daniels injury is going to be like a huge impacting factor
Yeah.
on that. Like, I guess, I mean, Marcus
They're 3 and
Mariota.
5.
Okay, I thought they were four. Oh, yeah, never mind. I was thinking 4 and 4 because if they beat the Chiefs, the both teams would have been 4 and 4. That's why I was thinking that. But but yeah, I mean, 3 and 5. Like, I mean, it would take some magic, but you could go on a
And
run.
a and it doesn't look like Daniels is coming back this week either.
It could happen. I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but I mean, I think that's currently what their ceiling is they're a playoff team. I mean, which is nothing wrong with that. I think them not having Jaden Daniels is like the biggest kind of impacting factor for them is because I mean, again, Marcus Mariota. Like that's all you got to say.
He was horrible in that game yesterday too. I mean, or 2 days ago. Horrible. But I think it almost goes beyond Jaden Daniels because, like, if we just look at some of the other factors, McLaurin, he's not gonna come close to his numbers, and it doesn't even have to do with Daniels. Slow start to the year, sat out all at camp, now he's hurt again. Totally disagreed with the idea of giving him more money, which that extension hasn't even kicked in yet. Debo Samuel's giving you a nice few weeks. Zach Ertz is kind of old,
Yeah, I mean when he catches the ball.
like, well, I'm saying like we're talking about it. I think everyone just like penciled them in as, yep, they're a contender. Uh, Von Miller has 4 sacks. Like he's like their most important pass rusher, and he couldn't really crack the Bills lineup. So, and this Marcus Lattimore, he's washed. I mean, completely fucking washed. But they're still relying on Bobby Wagner, who he's 800 years old too. Like, I just don't. Maybe they squeak in, but that seems like their best case scenario, and I think they're not close to being a real contender to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think my position hasn't changed from where it was at the start of the year. I think they're a playoff team. Even so, I'll say this: even if they don't make the playoffs, they're still going to be in the hunt at the end of the year. That's my opinion. I think that.
I don't. I don't think they're going to be in the hunt. I'm
Well,
this.
I
This is
don't.
me.
I think they're going to be
This
in
is
the hunt.
me declaring they're done.
I think they're good enough to be in the hunt, possibly make the playoffs. I don't think they're good enough to be on a run. I mean, as we've already talked about a couple times, they overachieved last year. I mean, there's a reason why they got blown out in the NFC Championship game. So, but I don't think they're terrible.
I'm not saying they're terrible, but I just think there's a lot of concern here, and I don't think Tunzel's played well. They're relying on this Krosky Merritt, who's a rookie. I just don't think they're
He's actually
like
been pretty good though.
sure, but like, are they really that good? Are they really NFC title game good?
Well, I've
I'm
already
not
said
saying
no.
because
I've said no to that.
because I think we have to remember that 2 years ago, this team had the second pick in the draft. I think if anything, they're somewhere in between that, and they might be on the lower end.
Well, like I said, I think they're a playoff team. Especially, I mean, also too, like again, a big part of it is going to be when Jaden Daniels comes back.
Doesn't
Like
sound
if
like he's coming back this week.
even if it's not this week, I mean, I don't. Who are they playing
They
this
can't
week?
afford to lose more games.
Who are they playing this week?
Seattle.
Seattle. Okay, they're gonna lose that week. They're gonna lose that game.
But
Let me
think,
look up their schedule real quick. Let me
let's
look.
think let's think about all like let's do the quick NFC playoff picture. Philadelphia's going to win the East. The NFC North is fucking stacked. The NFC West still has 3 teams that can make it. Talking about an uphill fucking climb because they're not going to win the division. You could argue that all 4 of the NFC North teams still have a chance. Like who? Like if you, we'll do this real quick and then shift to the next topic. Who would you put in your NFC playoff picture right now? Who would you put in? Eagles, Green
Eagles.
Bay, Tampa, and then some mixture of Seattle, Rams. And then
I
outside
would.
of that,
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably go Seattle to win the division for the West.
I hope you're right.
Um, I don't know. I like what they got cooking over in
Detroit's going to get a spot.
Detroit's gonna get a spot. So I mean,
So
I
really,
feel a little less. I feel a little less confident looking at their schedule
that's what I'm
now.
saying. That's what I'm saying. You're really talking about, all right, between Minnesota, Chicago, 49ers, and Commanders and Dallas. That's
I
really,
think
they're
they could
really
beat
fighting.
Minnesota.
They're fighting for one spot.
So let's see. Let's go down. Seahawks. I think they're going to lose. Lions. I think they're going to lose. Dolphins. They should win, even with Mariota. Broncos. I think they could win the. I think they could beat the Broncos. They're at home. They're at home.
Denver's tough.
Denver is tough, but they got the business from the Giants 2 weeks ago. Let's not forget that.
They just laid out the Cowboys, though.
Yeah.
Well, they beat the
Besides
Giants.
the Eagles, who hasn't?
They beat the Giants, though. Technically, it was a ridiculous game, but
Yeah. I mean, well, I said it was close. I didn't say they
yeah.
lost. So I think they could beat the Broncos. I think they could beat the Vikings after that. Okay, now the schedule decided not to load. Hold on 1 second.
But again, you bring up the Vikings, like it's not a game they can lose. They're already 3-5.
Yeah, well, I think they could beat the Vikings. Then they play the Giants. They should be able to beat the Giants. Here's where it gets tricky. They play the Eagles week 16. I mean, depending on how things shake out, the Eagles might be resting starters, maybe. I don't know. But they'll probably be playing week 16 against the starters for the Eagles. That game is home for them, though. But I still think the Eagles probably win, especially if they're actually trying. Cowboys,
Already lost to them once.
yeah. But that's at home, and Dallas sucks on the road. So they should be able to beat that game. And then they play the Eagles again the last game of the season at the Link, but that's week 18. That one, I probably going to say the Eagles are resting their starters, so they should be able to win.
It's no easy road.
It's not. But even like now that I'm looking at their schedule, like I was saying, I think it's like maybe a 50-50 split.
Okay.
They might be like like barely 500 team.
But
Now that I'm
I
looking.
don't think I or again, maybe I'm off base on this because I haven't seen what's really going on, but like it doesn't look like anyone's like raising the panic alarm meter here, and I definitely am.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be different. It'd be different if you didn't have to start Marcus Mariota,
Yeah.
but especially with him starting, like if you had Jaden Daniels playing this week, you have a chance to win. I don't think you have a chance to win with Marcus Mariota. And again, going into that stretch of games we just talked about, being at what would it be 4-5 versus being at 3-6, that's a huge difference.
We got some breaking news on your Eagles, by the way. I don't know if you saw this.
Probably didn't. I've been working today.
They just made a trade. Uh John Mechie's going to the Jets for Michael Carter, the corner.
Okay.
And as part of the trade, Michael Carter agreed to waive his $5 million guarantee for injury in 2026. So if you want to lead with your Eagles rant for this week, there's the floor.
Uh, I don't
So they
know.
got a corner. They got a corner.
They got a corner. I don't know. I don't know if this corner helps.
He might help in the slot, but he's mostly a slot corner.
I mean, Cooper DeJean. I think that's my guy playing in the slot. I mean, maybe we see Cooper DeJean playing on the outside now. Maybe that's where we're going with this. But I don't know. I was fuck or he can't be worse than I can't even I don't even remember the guy's name. That's how terrible he is. He's the bane of my existence at corner right now. They came from the Giants.
Adoree
What is
Jackson,
his name? Yes, thank you. He can't be worse than Adoree Jackson.
he's unplayable.
Whatever they do there. And I mean Keely Ringo really hasn't helped either. So like
Adoree Jackson's the worst guy they have.
I don't know. Keely Ringo gives him a good run for his money. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Splitting hairs maybe a little bit. Like I said, not much of an Eagles rant. The Eagles, I think, last two games they're playing much better. I think the offense is starting to get back on track. Uh, like I said, when they lost to the Giants, though, there's still some problems with the offensive line. It's starting to get figured out. They got a little bit of consistency this week. This I might be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. I think this was the first week where the offensive line that came into the game as the starting five offensive linemen finished the game as the starting five offensive linemen. So like I think that goes a big way. Like we didn't see a lot of the unusually or the uncharacteristically bad execution that we've seen from them this year. And I think that's why the running game was able to get on track, the passing game was able to get on track. I think it's starting to open up. And good thing is this is their bye week. They should be able to get healthy on the offensive line specifically because that's where their biggest impact is outside of having terrible corners right now. So
Barkley got nicked up.
yeah, but even that injury with Barkley, they were like he can go back in the game, but they just held him out because there wasn't any point to putting him back in. So like they rested him for the second half basically. He's gonna have the bye week to rest up. I think they'll be fine. So I'm not worried about it. So like I
I
said,
know
not much of a rant, just saying, hey, bye week, like I kind of mentioned before, couldn't have come at a better time because they just need to get healthy on the offensive line.
I know this isn't technically part of your Eagles rant, but I know you watched the game, so this is really my only follow-up question. Are you really that impressed with Jaxon Dart? Because I'm not. It seems like everyone's just declared him like, oh my god, the Giants have their guy. Like, I don't know,
I
man.
mean, it follows because that's the last team that they played. I will say this: I think he looked dramatically different the moment Cam Scatterbu got injured.
Yep.
I
Yep.
don't know if that's like, I mean, who was it? Was it Tony Romo that was on the broadcast? I don't remember who did the broadcast, but whoever the ex player of the week that they had doing the broadcast, um, that guy just, I mean, and again, I
I
mean,
don't
I've
remember who
played
it was.
sports. It does suck to watch somebody on your team get injured, but like at a certain point, like that's literally like all they kept talking about was like, oh, Jaxon Dart's not playing well, and it's because it's hard to watch your teammate get injured. Like, grow
Mhm.
up. Like
Yeah.
that happens every week. Like, I don't know. I think people make excuses for it. I mean, like I said, I think the Cam Scatterboo, I think might be the real deal at running back.
Yes.
Jaxon Dart is the real deal, I guess, if Cam Scatterboo is around.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask because I know you watched the game closely. I just think we have to be honest about this Jaxon Dart. He is an RPO quarterback. That stands for run pass option. Well, when
Yeah.
Cam Scatterboo was running the ball, worked. They're putting up some points. It worked out all right. He's not in the backfield. This don't look the same.
Yeah, and into like even outside of this game, just thinking about Jaxon Dart, outside of this game, like when you look at like his like quote unquote big plays from this year, they're all runs.
I know.
there's there's no like game where like you put on the Jaxon Dart highlights and it's like, oh man, look at this pass that Jaxon Dart threw this
I
to
know.
so and so. And I mean, obviously, like there's an element of that of having your wide receivers be injured, but like not one pass on highlight reel.
I think his eye level is horrible. I mean, truly horrible. If his first read is not open, he's going to drop his head down and he's going to look to run. And I mean, he's not slow. Like he can kind of run, but like that's not going to be sustainable for 5-10 years. It's just not.
Oh, that's what they said about Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, but he's not squatting 900 pounds either.
Well, that you know of.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't know. Jaxon Dart. I mean, he's young. He's got a lot.
Sure.
He's got a lot to learn. It's not like he can't get better. I
Sure.
mean, there's another Giants quarterback that got a lot better after how many years was it since he got drafted? 7, 8 now?
You talking about Eli?
No, he's always sucked. What about Daniel Jones?
Oh, all right. I want to talk. Wait, what was I gonna do? Oh, yeah, the Falcons.
Yeah.
They get blown out by the Dolphins 34-10.
Before
Can't
that, they
say
got blown out by the Bucks.
can't say I'm surprised. We came on here after they beat the Bills, and I'm pretty sure both of us said we're not taking this Falcons team seriously. And there's a big example why. I mean, this team, Bijan Robinson couldn't get going. As soon as he couldn't get going, they were screwed. And Kirk Cousins, so he makes his first start of the year. Penix is dealing with something. Doesn't look like it's going to be long term. Sounds like Penix is going to be back in the lineup this week. Cousins is done. I mean, him and Andy Dalton this past week were fighting to see who was more washed because that guy, he's got nothing left. He's robbing the entire city of Atlanta because there's no way he's worth. I mean, he's like the highest paid guy on the team.
I don't think he's like. I think he is the
I,
highest paid guy on the team.
he's the highest paid guy on the team. And they are like, I don't think Penix is really that great. He's night and day better. And it's scary how washed up Cousins is. He's got nothing left. No, nothing. I mean, Miami's done. We came on. I mean, you did the whole rant of Miami needs to fire Mike McDaniel. For Miami to do that to any team is brutal. Brutal.
Well, to be fair, I did say that Mike McDaniel was really good at beating shitty teams.
Yeah, and we're talking about
it
shitty teams.
stands to reason. It stands to reason. But yeah, no, I mean, it's just like it's crazy because I think I lost in fantasy. No, I didn't because I was actually surprised. I looked last week, or I looked at fantasy like yesterday, and I was shocked to see that I've actually won 6 in a row.
Yeah.
I was like, how? But no, there's actually, it wasn't our league. There's another league that I'm in where I forget that I'm in that league. So like I have to set my lineup, and I always forget because I've been so accustomed to not having to set my lineup from the site league and then the league that we're in. But like that the one time I checked it, I was looking, I was beating somebody, I was beating them by like 20 points. And this was like when the Falcons played the 49ers. And Bijan Robinson had 1,000,000 points.
Yeah.
And he basically beat me on his own in that league. And he's literally their entire offense. It's literally like run to Bijan, screen to Bijan,
Mm-hmm.
like 5 yard slant to Drake May, run to Bijan, screen to Bijan. Bijan runs a wheel route. Like
But
it's literally
Bijan could get going, and they were blown the fuck out.
yeah. So I mean, it's kind of crazy. I mean, it's yeah. Obviously, like if they're somehow able to put talent on that team around Bijan Robinson, they'll be good. But they need to do the talent
I
piece
don't know
first.
what more they can do though.
Well, I mean, get a quarterback for starters.
Well, Cousins is they got to get rid of Cousins. They have to. I mean, whatever you got to do, he can't make that
Yeah,
much money.
I don't think Michael Penix is very good, but even he looks better than Cousins.
Oh, it's not close. And really, I think this team, the only thing that's saving them from being like one of the worst teams is I thought they actually had a really nice draft. Jalen Walker, James Pierce, Xavier Watts, Billy Bowman, like they actually hit on some of the rookies on defense. If it's not for some of those rookies on defense, this team's way worse. Way worse.
Yeah, I mean, they're like I said, they're not good.
No. Anyway, feel
I
free to
was.
do
I mean, their defense. I think. I mean, you mentioned a couple of their rookies. I don't think their defense is terrible.
that's what I'm saying.
I think their defense is by far their best unit, but obviously Bijan is
If
their best.
it's not for a few of their rookies, they're one of the worst 10 teams in the league.
Well,
And,
I
and
mean, they not just their rookies though too. I think they have some.
it's a Bijan. It's really a Bijan conversation. If Bijan doesn't fucking go nuclear, they're one of the worst 10 teams in the league.
I guess you could say that.
Anyway, I think Carolina might be better than them though. I know they got fucking their shit pumped too, but that was an Andy Dalton game. Playing the Bills coming off a bye. I think that Atlanta and Carolina, I don't think there really is a massive gap.
Yeah, I mean, but Carolina still. I don't think they're any good.
No, but neither is Atlanta.
Like maybe there might be like a hair's difference between the two as far as like talent is concerned.
That's yeah. Anyway, you want to talk about the Bengals?
Yeah, the Bengals lost to your boy Aaron Glenn.
I have a theory on this game that I learned some information.
Oh, go ahead. Not my bad.
Is it possible that the ghost of Nick Mangold is the only reason why they won that game? Because he died on the same day as the game.
Did he? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, the old center Nick Mangold, he passed away.
Dude,
'Cause
isn't
there
he
was
only
some
like 45?
Yeah, he was in his
What the
40s.
fuck?
Yeah, his
That's
kidneys went
crazy.
bad or something. But anyway, like Brees Hall throws for a touchdown, had a weird 2-point conversion mixed in there. I don't know. Just if there was ever a game that the Jets were going to win this year,
It would be
the
that
same,
one.
yeah, it would be that one.
It's I don't know. I just think this speaks more than anything to just how I mean, obviously like the Jets are horribly mismanaged,
Mhm.
but I think it speaks to anything just how horribly mismanaged the Bengals also are. Because, I mean, we know the Bengals have a terrible offensive line. So credit to Joe Flacco, too, by the way. Just last couple weeks, just playing outside his mind. But I think that's the one difference between Burrow and Flacco is Burrow is going to hold the ball. Flacco, he's getting the ball out 2 seconds max. Like, you're not getting near him.
He's using his playmakers though. Hey, I'm gonna throw this ball to fucking Chase 800 times. I don't care.
Well, that's my point. Like, there's no thought process involved. It's not, I'm looking off the safety. I'm just like, Jamar Chase will catch it. Ball's out of his hand within half a millisecond. Jamar Chase is gonna catch it. Ball's out.
Hey, how about this though?
That's why he hasn't been sacked. Well, he actually, let me rephrase that. He got last week. I was talking to my friend about it, and I was like, I don't know, like their offensive line's not that good. And then of course, when they were playing the Steelers, very first play of the game for the Bengals, Joe Flacco gets sacked. So that was pretty funny. But yeah, he doesn't hold the ball very long, but all of the money that they pumped into their offense, how does your and not only does your offense score 38 points, they do it with a backup quarterback no less. How does your offense give or your defense give up 39 points to the Jets? That's a travesty. That's insane.
And it was during a week where they didn't even want to play Fields. Like they were planning on starting Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor, I guess he gets hurt in practice. They have to go back to Fields, and then Fields actually plays fucking well. But they gave up 39 points to a team that didn't even want to start the quarterback that they started.
It's crazy. Trey Hendrickson's like the only guy that they have.
And he got hurt in a game. He got hurt in a game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's the only guy on their defense that's worth a damn. Everybody else is just a nameless body out there. Like you could throw tackling dummies out. You could throw tackling dummies out on the field, and you could probably stop the Jets more efficiently than they did during that game.
And so last year, or I guess in the offseason, they fired Lou Anarumo. Lou Anarumo takes the Colts defensive coordinator job, and the Colts defense looks better than it did last year. So I don't think it's hey, Lou Anarumo, he's coaching up the Colts. I mean, the Colts defense, they're way better than it was with Gus Bradley calling the plays. So I don't think this is a coaching problem. They just don't have anybody.
Yeah, it's a player problem.
Yeah.
Bad GMmanship, I guess.
And this is a team that they fucked themselves in the draft. They take this Shamar Stewart. He's a bum. They reach for this Demetrius Knight. He's not any good. They don't have any fucking corners. They don't have anybody on the defensive line that can really rush. So
except for Hendrickson.
Yeah.
Well, now they don't have anybody. They did have one guy.
I mean, what was it? 3-4 weeks ago, I said the Zach Taylor thing. It doesn't. They're just not tough either. Like that was the Jets haven't been able to push anybody around. But they found a way to be good enough at the line of scrimmage in this game.
I don't know, man. If you're on that Bengals defense, you should just feel absolutely ashamed.
I think everybody, Zach Taylor, their defense, Mike Brown, Duke Tobin,
because they're off. They've not even just in that game. They've scored. Well, at least I should say, like, after trading for for Flacco, like their offense has been putting up points.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, Flacco's been doing his job.
It was understandable when you were losing and your offense was gaining like 5 yards a game and you were maybe getting a field goal. But there's no reason. Like the Steelers game, it is what it is. You lost. No, actually, they won. I'm sorry. They didn't even lose that game. They fucking won. You beat the Steelers and then come back and lose to the Jets after scoring 38 points. I just can't get over that. Like there's nobody on that team, and you gotta fire the GM. I don't give a shit. Like there's no way
you gotta fire the owner. The owner is he's one of the few owners that picks the players. Mike Brown's still picking everything.
Well, yeah, that's why they're fucked.
Yeah.
Him and Jerry Jones.
They are basically the Jerry Jones Cowboys, except they're not a national enough brand to be recognized for what their owner's doing. That's the only difference.
And at least Jerry Jones is smart enough to pick guys on the offense and defensive line, though, too.
Yeah, I mean, everyone wanted Jerry Jones to pick Johnny Manziel, and he didn't do it.
Well, I mean, I don't think we're going to sit here and really compare Johnny Manziel and Joe Burrow. I don't think that's fair.
No, I'm saying that's every fucking Cowboys fan out there wanted them to take Johnny Manziel that year.
Oh, yeah? Your dad won him?
No.
Man, it's just, it's rough to be,
it's got to be rough
to be a Bengals fan.
Last question. And I've always been on this side, but I think more people have come around to it. Has Joe Flacco played his way in the Hall of Fame?
Joe Flacco 1 or 2 Super Bowls?
1.
1?
He probably should have a second, though, if fucking Billy Cundiff wasn't an asshole and I flipped the couch.
So I'm going to say
I'm starting to get the longevity side on this, or the longevity.
He's got the longevity. I'm going to say no on Flacco. The reason being,
but you're starting to think about it more now, because I think a lot of people would have originally come out 5 years ago and said no way.
So the reason why I'm going to say no, and the reason why it's not going to change my mind at this point ever, is because the way that I look at somebody for the Hall of Fame, and this is the reason why I also don't think Donovan McNabb should be in the Hall of Fame, by the way, is that when you're talking, and also this is the same reason why it infuriates me that Eli Manning is in the Hall of Fame. When you look at a guy and you're like, hey, I want to put that guy in the Hall of Fame, I think the main criteria should be is they should have been either the best or at least top like 3, maybe 4 at their position the entire time that they were in the league. Well, not the entire time. When they were in their prime, at least you can say. I don't think there was ever a time where Joe Flacco was like top 3 in the league and you're like, "Oh man, Flacco's the greatest." He was always definitely like really really good, but I don't think he was ever like one of the top guys. I think there was always like a few guys ahead of him. So that's why I would say no.
It's his playoff run that where you can make the argument of where that was the case. Because his playoff run that year they won, there's like not a better playoff run in like the history of the NFL for the quarterback position.
Yeah.
Because he was a fucking madman.
Yeah, I mean, I got you. I mean, there's maybe an argument to be made, but me personally, I don't think so. And
Would you
there's not like he would have to have like at least another 5 years where he's like top 3 in the league for me to be change my answer to yes.
would you have more or less of a problem with Russell Wilson? Because I think I would rather have Flacco in.
I don't know. I probably have them in the same spot to be honest.
See, I think the way Russ has aged, it really makes you think. Because that Seattle defense was filthy
Yeah,
when they did win.
yeah, but I think I would have them in the same spot maybe. Like Russ was a guy where like you were like, yeah, he's probably maybe top 10, maybe argument for top 5, but I would never say top 3.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Chad.
All right. Good episode, Trey. Make sure that you check out the site, vendettasportsmedia.com. Like and comment on the videos to get that uh, interaction. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.